Hello, I am back for another vlog. A couple of weeks after I've come back from France, doing a 48-hour session on Emmotland Pond 4. Thank you to those who checked out the France vlog. It's gone down pretty well, despite the sound issues, but hopefully that'll be rectified by my cheap eBay mic this time around. So we'll see how we get on. Not off to a great start. I was going to do a bit of a video on solid bag fishing because it's been a big part of the way I fish for the past probably a year now, and it's my kind of go-to rig. A lot of confidence in them where I had zero confidence in them before, so I thought I'll do a piece on it. However, not great because I've left my solid bag kit in the garage because I took it out of my bag when I went to France because it weighed a ton with all the leads and stuff, so not a great start. That's what I've caught fish off from here before. If you've seen my previous vlogs, I've probably shown you that. So we've got to do a bit of a change of plan. I'm on the helicopter setup leader things, just with some wafters on usual D rigs, and we'll see how we get on. Obviously the bait I have brought is for solid bag fishing, so I've got the micro pellet. You have to use fishery bait, so I've got the micro pellet I bought from here last time, and I've got a kilo of boilers which I was going to crumb up and actually put in the bags, which no longer. So I've chopped those in half. Just going to do in 2 nights. Kilos, not a lot really, so hopefully make them go a little bit further, and we'll see how we get on. Varying wafters, all that kind of stuff, which I'll show you later on in the vlog. If nothing happens, it gives me something to do. Fishing wise, the middle part is where I fished before, and that was quite weedy, so I was gearing up for weedy water. However, this isn't very weedy at all down this end. It's not too bad at all. So I'm fishing to the far bank, a couple of under trees, one margin to my right, your left, one under the tree in the corner. Don't know if you can potentially see that. I'll show you a bit more detail later. One just down the margin down here because it's quite a deep margin, and I've done a fish on there before, so we shall see. Got 40 hours ahead of me. I needed somewhere I could bring a dog, so I'm looking after the dog for 48 hours, and there isn't many places that allow dogs within driving distance of having a dog in the front seat from where I live. So this place was perfect, really. Know the lake reasonably well after the couple of visits I've had on here, and yeah, dog's underneath the camera and he's happy enough. So we'll see how we get on. Fished in mid-30s in here, some lovely dark scaly mirrors, which is top of the list. If I manage to get one, I'd like one of the dark scaly mirrors, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah, might be a bit of an ad hoc vlog. I say it was meant to be a bit of a themed one, however, that's not going to happen anymore. Weather-wise, not too bad. Reasonably mild, overcast, quite warm today. Cool off, maybe a bit of rain tomorrow. And then I've got till dinner time on Wednesday, but we'll see how we get on. I know morning times has done the bites for me before in here, so I'm not going to panic anytime soon. I'll give it 24 hours on the spots I've got. I don't want to keep changing it because I ain't got a lot of bait with me, even though the nice chap down the way has offered me some bait if I do get stuck. So always nice to have friendly anglers next to you. We'll see how we get on. There's a peg behind the camera that way, and that's part of pontoon. It looks amazing, so I'll show you a bit of that a bit later on, show you around the fishery. It's got good facilities here. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's been a busy couple of weeks at work, so even if I don't catch, it's just nice to get away for a little bit. And we've got a couple of good sessions coming up as well, so we'll talk about those a bit later on. If not tomorrow, we'll see what the evening brings. Hopefully a fish. If not, more chance in the morning, so fingers crossed for the morning. Right, so take 2, because I've got to turn the microphone on last time, so getting used to these £8 microphones is harder than it seems. This is the peg 2, just as happy enough for the time being. It was quite overgrown when I got here. I had to wade in and push those reeds back a little bit just to clear up a little bit more room, but here we go. So first rod, you kind of see a parting in the reeds, rod length off that, near enough. One under that tree, kind of the right hand side branch, just in front of them lilies. Got one under there. It's very clear, so that is my banker spot for the time being. I've seen a bit of movement. Well, I assume it's rubbish on this phone, but in front of the, how to describe where that kind of clearing is in the lilies, round about there, at the far bank. So if that continues, I'm going to have to move on there because my third rod is down there, just in front of those reeds. I had a 22 pounder off those reeds previously, so it's quite a bit of a deep gully that goes in front of them, so we'll give that a go. Line lays a bit pant because I've got that like reedy bush thing in the way, as is that for my left hand rod, but it's very carpy. So since my solid bag theme's gone out the window, I might show you how I approach small, intimate waters like this. It's generally what I do fishing. I like these kind of small waters where you're either far bank fishing or a bit of stealthiness required in your general angling, so we'll give that a go. Weather's turning a little bit grey, so I'm going to get some tea on and do my best not to burn that. So there has been too many fish not showing, but there's a lot of water movement in that area in the middle of your screen now. So we're moving spots. Just going to send the boat out there. That's the bait I've got. Chopped all up in halves, soaked with the Attract Natural liquid. And the Fishery pellet, which as you can see is dwindling, but hopefully that'll last us. And that spot will do the fish, because there's definitely movement over there, so I'd be stupid not to put one down there. So good morning. It's 4 AM. Certainly feels like 4 AM as well. And we've got one. It's lovely as well. Come off, which is a bit weird, so it got stacked up into lovely fish. Let's get the net out and I'll get some water. I don't think my dog Jess is used to me running out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning because she's a bit spooked. And there we go. A little thumping of a mirror. Nice scaly fish both sides. Just on the margin spot down the side. If I had a fish from last time, but yeah, good start. Given that we're not using the tactic we wanted to. Get a few pictures, we'll put it back. I'm going to go back to bed and then tell you what we're doing in the morning. Second one came from under that tree. It's 8:30, so only 4 hours after the other one. Left hand rod. It's covered in weeds, so I've got no idea what it is, but we'll see what we've got. So it's the second one. It's very lively. It didn't put up much of a fight. At the beginning I said I wanted a dark scaly mirror, and this fits the bill nicely. If we can pick her up. You want to kick off? There we go. Come on. Very angry fish. Look at that though. Cracker. 17, 18 pound. Last one was 17. This one's longer, but we'll give her away. I can't remember what it was on, to be honest, because the wafter's come off. But it was under that tree over there in the corner. Screamed off, got stuck in some weed, and then came in like a bream. Look. Not complaining on that. What a great start to the day. That lovely scaly mirror. Get a few pictures, we'll put it back and get the rod back out again. So here is the Plan B solid bag rig that I'm using, and that's what I just had the fish on. I'm just about to put back out. It's one of the Corda Heli Safe leaders. onto a D-rig. You can see got some krill wafters left over from France, so that's what's going on. That's what's done me the back last time. 3-ounce lead, cut the swivel off, attach to the heavy surf, and I've got maybe 3 inches maybe separating the bead from the lead. I don't want it to be too far. There's no real need for it to be that far, but better connection with the lead, so we'll give that a go, get that back out there, onto the spot over onto the last branch. That's, you can just see dangling the water, that's where it's going, that's where it's just done the bite from. Fish weight £19, going in the right direction. So I've just got back, took the dog for a walk around the ponds. Pond one looked really nice, to be fair. I'd overfished it, but that I think is next on the cards for me. Just thought I'd show you through a product. I don't normally want to plug products, even though I'm part of the Outlaw Pro team, but I generally think this is a bit of a game changer for me. So, no further ado, my Attract Natural Glug. I've been using it for about 6 months now, and my catch reports have been better every time I've used it compared to other liquids or not using anything. So, I am putting it down to that. On one of my member waters, I use solid bags. I crumb up a load of boiling, and I glug that a couple of days before, and it soaks in really well. So for those who don't know about Attract Natural, obviously it's a goldeny, syrupy type thing, quite thick. It's hard to describe. It's probably a mix of Cell, vanilla, nutty, coconutty, toffee, caramelly kind of flavour. So it's quite sweet, and it just seems to do extra bite. So if you're looking for a glug to maybe just nick a bite here and there, or using solid bag fishing, or like today I've used chops and soaked them, and the boilies have taken it on really well. There's no like excess liquid at the bottom, and it soaks into bait better than any other glug I've ever used. Whether the colour makes a difference, I don't know, but yeah, so much confidence in this. I always use Cell before using Outlaw Pro products, and kind of just reminds me of Cell. So there's something about that coconutty flavour that I think does well everywhere. And this is, yeah, absolutely been a game changer. So if you're looking for something, Attract Natural Glug, highly recommend it. It's worth a go. I think it's about 8 or 9 quid. Could be wrong, but maybe a tenner on the website. So check it out, get your discount card, and have a go with it. Right, third time's a charm, because I've just recorded this in slow-mo and then on time-lapse. So hopefully this is actually going at normal speed and you can hear me. So just thought I'd do a bit of a catch up. I'm at the end of day 2 and nothing's really happening. It's been rainy on and off all day. Pretty miserable. I've had a couple of bleeps, but that's about it. So just thought of a quick chance to catch up and maybe just run for a few bits of what I'm doing. Jesse's getting very impatient, just leaving sticks at my feet. Right, yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about bait boats really, because I think they're a key part of fishing small waters. A lot of people say they're not using, but I think if you've got a tool that'll do a job, why not use it? Why make life hard for yourself? You know, we've all got limited time on the bank. I go fishing a lot more than some people, but you know, time's precious, so why make fishing hard for yourself and potentially not catch fish you could have been? This peg's very tight, so I wouldn't probably be able to cast 12 foots from this rod because the tree branch over my head's, yeah, it'd be hard to get on the spots I'm getting, given it's, you know, still reasonably weedy and I'm fishing on small spots, so the bait boat is essential on this. Slack lines and backleads are something I always do now. Backleads is something I used to hate, along with PVA bag fishing. Now I use PVA bags and backleads, but I can't use those today just for the amount of weed and the type of bottom is, which is quite up and down, so no good. But it's just a case of thinking that the fish see lines a lot more than they would if it was obviously in a 50-acre pit. They see lines and rigs every day. So I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs, but if you just think along those lines and try and keep things as pinned down to the bed as possible and just less noise, less disturbance. This isn't a place where you want to go spotting and leading about and all that kind of stuff. I don't think. It's very highly pressured fish in a small lake, so you just kind of got to think along those lines, I suppose. I do fish a lot of waters, probably 5 acres and under. which I appreciate some people watching this video will be tiny, but that's kind of the gist of the waters around this area. They're not big lakes, and I do a lot of this kind of fishing, which I do enjoy. So if anyone's fishing small lakes, then don't rule out those kind of tactics: baiting poles, bait boats, and just sensible rig choices. And I don't think you can go too far wrong without piling kilos and kilos in. You know, little traps is more than enough. Handful of pellet, handful of boilie, whatever. That'll do the job. So we'll see how the evening goes. If you'd have offered me those 2 fish that I've caught this morning for the full session, I'd have snapped your hand off. So pressure's off. I would like a couple more. There's some that 19-pounders, like there's some that look the same but double, so double the size, should I say. So hopefully one of those comes along. If not, it's starting to dry out. The sun's out for the first time today, even though it's a bit cold in the first week of June, like I say. But we'll see what the evening brings, or the morning, or late morning. But hopefully something happens. If not, I'll keep you up to date what's going on. So this is just a little bit of a part of a vlog going back maybe a month now. I've got a friend of mine, Brett, who's wanting to get into fishing. So long story short, we've been for a day session just catching like on a runs water fish up to £10. We decided to do a night on a venue reasonably close to us, do his first night fishing session. I said to him, you know, pick your rig out, whatever you want to do. There's a point story, so bear with it. So he's picked out like a pop-up rig. He said, I'll use a pop-up and I'm going to stick with it for the session while we're in. I've tried to say, I mean, I'm not a pop-up advocate, so I've said, well, I don't really use that kind of thing. He said, no, I'll stick with it. So first day goes by, I have 4 or 5 fish up to maybe £20, something like that, and he's questioning the pop-up. Middle of the night, his rod rips off. Obviously, when your rod rips off in the middle of the night, you're not used to your rod ripping off in the middle of the night. It's a bit of takes you time to get up. So I've managed to get to his rod, pick up into it. He's got there, played the fish, and got snagged up a couple of times, but we've got it in and looked at the net and I'm thinking, no, that's big. Yeah, and I only thought there was 130 in the lake, and it was a common, and this was a mirror, but I'm thinking this is high 20s, but it looks 30. So for Brett's first night fishing session, he's gone and landed a £32 mirror. Possibly the first time it's ever gone 30, and possibly the only £30 mirror in the lake, which is about 6 acres. So he's beat his PB by £20. As much as I'd fish envy, you can't knock it. It's come on the pop-up rig that I've told him not to use. But it came on an Outlaw Pro Krilla orange one. So orange is my colour that I always tell everyone to use. So got a little bit of an assist on it. But yeah, so this is a video of Brett getting his PB soaking. I don't think there'll be anybody out there that's gone fishing for the first time overnight and had a 30, especially around here, like up north, and beat your PB by £20. If anyone's beat the PB by more than £20, then please let us know, because I'm sure it'll be a good story behind it. But yeah, here's a video of Brett's PB soaking.
Hi, I'm Brett. I'm with the non-stick Carper. I've just caught my personal best 32 mirror. This is my soak.
He's been fishing twice. Oh, yeah. £12 was last week, and then he's gone and caught a £32 mirror, which is probably the biggest one in the lake. So it's just time for his punishment. I can hold it. It's quite heavy. I'm not used to this.
Needs to hit the gym more. Oh, for fuck's sake, that's awful.
So we're just about to pack it in the rods. 10 minutes left. I don't think anything else is going to happen. I haven't had a sniff past 24 hours really. The chap next to me, Neil, he's had the biggest common in the lake at 33.4, so well done to him. He's been patient and he's had one, and as mentioned earlier, he's been offering me bait, and friendly guy, so well deserved. Next time out, I'm not sure the next one will be, I'm going to the Mere in a couple of weeks. That'll probably the one I've got a quick overnight in between, but I don't think I'll vlog, so most likely see you at the Mere. Sorry it's a bit windy, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.